minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. Top Flight TV. It's the Top Flight Films. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm in slow motion today. I got a little head cold, man. I don't know what's going on. But we gonna chop it up, man. We here. Y'all hit the like button when you come in here. We gonna continue the conversation about Young Thug. I haven't really been able to go all the way in depth as I would like to. I did a video on it 2 days ago. And we gonna break it down, man. I really wanna show y'all the hypocrisy, man. I really wanna show y'all that these dudes was goofies from day one. These guys were unofficial from day one. And we knew it. Let me tell y'all. We knew Young Thug was not official a little bit after he came out with the first song. We knew he was not official because he started popping up in dresses and shit. But guess what happened? Everybody was like, oh, no, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. It's cool, it's okay. He got a dress on, he got a purse. No, it's all right, it's all right. The music, listen, did you hear that song? It's good, it's okay. We, and myself included, I put up resistance at first, and I never got into Young Thug. I was never a Young Thug fan. He just wasn't I could see something in him, man. Like, I could just see, he was like one of them dirty niggas in school, man, that was just a bunch of talk. That's what he reminded me of. One of them dirty niggas in school that was a bunch of talk, but then go outside and get his ass whooped. That's who he reminded me of. And I never really took him serious. Over time, people would share stories about what's going on at ATL, you know what I'm saying? But I never got down with Young Thug like that. He was always obnoxious, always arrogant, and it just wasn't my thing, man. But we knew that he was flawed from early on. And the problem with the industry is he with the biggest bag, right, makes the rules. So it doesn't matter what you do. It don't matter what you do in that industry. If you got the biggest bag, it doesn't matter. Right now, Young Thug is in trouble because his bag is gone. He is good money because he has the biggest bag. You see how the tables turn? This is how, and it's not just the industry, man. This is how the streets are. This is how life is in general. I'm not even gonna say it's just the streets. Jason Elm said, what about Gunna? Gunna violated the code, sir. Gunna violated his own code, the code that he said that he would never break. He violated that. Jason Elm said, so what? Gunna has more money than Thug. Well, Thug, he ran up his bag fighting that case. He lost a lot of money throughout that case. We got to be constantly working in this industry. So, yeah, Gunna has the biggest bag and the most fame. Gunna has the potential, the projected bag. We know what Gunna's going to do in the next 5 years. He's going to be selling out tours. He's going to be signing artists. He's going to be who Young Thug was before he got locked up. Leon W said, free Thug. Thug is free, dog. But who knows for how long? They talking about picking Young Thug back up. You dig? They talking about giving Thug his probation time because he wanted to hit these streets and be Mr. Gangster. You dig? Now let me tell y'all something. When you beat a charge like that, and he didn't beat the charge, but when you get out of trouble, man, and I had to learn this the hard way. When you get out of trouble, and you in that cell and you praying to God, and you saying, I'll never do this again, man, I'll change my life, and you got all these good intentions while you in there. When you get out, you gotta really change your life, man. You can't come out talking and walking and hanging around the same people. You can't come out being the same individual, because guess what? Especially if you're on probation. If you're on probation and then you're in the public eye, the DA is watching your ass. And they gonna be like, hey, whoa. This guy hasn't changed. He's still talking about rat this. He's still talking about gangster this. We need to revoke that probation. Come on back in the courthouse, man. You dig? And that's where Thug is headed. Thug is headed back to prison if he does not shut the fuck up. Okay? Um, yeah, Young Thug is already out of prison. I don't know what dude is talking about. I think he's trolling. Jason Elm said, I heard something like a watch got stolen off of Young Thug during them taking his properties. Probably so. Probably so. It happens all the time. A lot of stuff got stolen from Thug property. But like I was saying, man, these guys are clowns. All the cooperators and truth tellers are popping up. They're happy. Look, I want y'all to go look online. Look at Woody. Look at 6ix9ine. Look at Rollo. Look at all these guys that failed at being street niggas. Now is their time. They think now is their time to shine because King Slime was caught with his pants down. So now they think, oh shit, I'm not alone. It's our time. We're vindicated. We can have our careers back. It's okay. Somebody took a harder fall than me. This is what they saying. You dig? And they hopping up online and they're talking as if we care about their opinion. Yeah, some of the stuff is interesting to listen to, but at the end of the day, I am not. I got to make my disclaimer because I failed to make my disclaimer. I am not involved in the streets in any capacity. I don't consider myself a street guy, any of that. This is just entertainment for me, and I'm weighing in because it's a hot topic, and this is a topic, a code that they told us, and they told our kids that they should live by. So, being as though they broke that code, I love to come on here and I love to throw it in their face that they was weenies. They was all weenies, dog. You know what I'm saying? Young Thug was the biggest weenie of them all. Young Thug was a weenie slash pretender. Okay, he was doing a lot of pretending, a whole lot of pretending. He went online talking real gangster. They just released a clip or re-released a clip of him on $1 million worth of game where Young Thug was talking about what you should do if you ever get picked up by the police. Come to find out, years earlier, he gave a 2-hour interrogation where he was naming names. Come on, man, you can't make this up. You cannot make this stuff up, man. Now they all online. 21 Savage has entered the chat. I feel like 21 Savage is a clown too. None of these guys ever impressed me. You know what I'm saying? Little old me, just my little old opinion. We found out 21 Savage is really a guy from the UK. He's really, he's really from England, okay? He's an English fella. He drinks tea and eats crumpets, all right? But I find it funny, and this is something that I see all the time, is men trying to impress other men. It's like high school shit. Now, I'm a big believer. After 30, you should not be worried about friendship like that. This is just me. After 30, men and women, you shouldn't even be worried about friendship like that. And the reason why is because at around 30, you kind of realize, you've been through enough to realize that people are full of shit. You understand? And include myself. People will let you down. There's not many loyal people out there. Now, I think friendship is best done in moderation. You understand? Y'all know anybody that they real good friends, they around each other all the time, and then they end up falling out. They go on vacation or something, they end up falling out. It's because they're around each other too much. And they put too much emphasis on friendship. They're putting so much emphasis on friendship because it's something lacking within them. After 30, man, you should be able to stand alone. You should be able to move alone. You got to go to work. You got to do things to handle your life. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be so much, oh, my friend, my friend. But what these ATL niggas is doing at this big age of 30 to 35, you see Thug on here basically pleading for people to still be his friend. Rollo is complaining because nobody's his friend no more. You got it? Trey Preston, what it do, homie? Shout out to Oklahoma, man. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, man. Darth Scario says, shit, I stood alone since 20, no less 30. Yeah, man, listen. What I'm seeing on the internet right now, you know, Thug is sending these messages. He's tweeting and deleting. Wham, it's me and you forever. I always got you. Some shit like that. And it's like, bro, look here. At the end of the day, you fucked up. You've been exposed, homie. You're not who you said you were. You're even worse than that. You are the opposite of who you said you were. Young Thug is the opposite of who he said he was. The total opposite. And like I told y'all in the beginning of the video, we knew this from day one. When that man put a dress on several times, when he was running around calling other grown men bae, and he was kind of trolling, but he was putting on this this feminine attire to sell records. That is a characteristic of a rat. That is a characteristic of somebody that do anything for $1 or somebody that do anything for freedom. You out here selling the kids this image of you in a fucking dress, and then you turn around and sell them an image of killing and drilling and all this other nonsense. You dig? We knew that this dude was suspect. We knew this dude was flawed. And the industry having money, having connections, a Drake cosign, made us kind of forget and accept this bullshit. And this is why all this stuff is in the industry. We can't accept everything no more. Even with Drake, he needs to be called out. People keep telling us it's okay what Drake is doing. It's not okay. What Drake is doing is not okay. Okay? I want to see how Drake reacts to Young Thug now. Okay? See, now it's tricky. Now we got Little Baby who has to stand next to Thug or remove himself. We saw 21 Savage unfollow Young Thug. Then he followed him back. We got to see how Drake is going to interact with Thug after this. It's very interesting stuff, man. It's very interesting stuff. And this all stems from us just going with the flow, man, not calling shit out. I'm going to say it again. In the industry and in real life, he who has the biggest bag makes the rules. You understand? And it's unfortunate. It is what it is. But it's unfortunate. I want y'all to pay attention to what's about to happen. What's about to happen is Gunna is about to start doing a lot more songs with a lot more people. Young Thug is finito. The record labels, they're not fucking with Thug. It's over. It's over. Let me tell you why it's over. He lost his gangster appeal. Okay? So he had that working in his favor. He had his little gangster persona. He lost his gangster appeal, and now he's labeled rat. People are going harder on him than they went on Gunna. He's in a category with 6ix9ine at this point. What we heard in that interrogation room, that is somebody who was ratted before. That is somebody who had no problem giving the police information. That's what we heard. Have y'all heard the clips from that interrogation room? Have y'all heard? This dude was in there talking about other people committing crime. You dig? And he was acting like he was friends with those police officers. Now, I've been in an interrogation room before. I once got tricked into admitting guilt Me and my brother got tricked into admitting guilt. They said, if you don't tell on such and such, they said, if you don't tell on such and such, we're going to lock you up. He said, go home. I'm going to call you tomorrow. If you don't tell me, then we coming to get you. The next day he called, we told him what we did. My man was never touched, but we were young. So we figured that they already had what they needed, but we talked. The thing is, we said our guilt, and we got locked up for it. And that was a learning lesson for me, to never say nothing to the police. You dig? Never, ever take, you have to get a lawyer, man. You understand? What we saw in that interrogation room, we saw a young thug sitting around comfortable with law enforcement while he's telling your kids and my kids to F12. He made that phrase popular. Do y'all know that Young Thug made that phrase popular? He's the one that made F12 popular. He didn't F12. He was buddy with 12. Do y'all remember at the end of his trial, when they let him go, he said that one day he hopes to have a drink or some lunch with the judge. That's what he said. This is what he said, y'all. He hopes to have lunch or some drinks with the judge. And I believe he was sincere. He meant that. You dig? So my whole point is, this shit is bullshit. The street shit is bullshit. I learned that very early. I learned about the streets, and I learned that the people in the streets are just men. They're just human. You understand? And I got my ass up out of there. 23, I changed my life. I changed my life at 23, y'all. Because I was smart enough, and the Most High bestowed upon me some vision. And he showed me who people are. And he showed me what they're capable of. A friend of mine told on me, somebody I used to look up to, he told on me, a dude named Fat Cat in my neighborhood. He told on me back in, when I was probably, 18, 19? He told on me. So right then and there, I was told on by somebody that I had a lot of love for. So I learned that the street stuff is bullshit. I didn't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure that out. People will tell on you to save their own ass. That's just what it is, man. And a lot of people out there saying what they would and wouldn't do. You don't know what you would do. I don't know what I would do. I've been in plenty of situations where I was supposed to tell, or I was in a position where they asked me to tell. I don't want to go into detail. I might share some stories with y'all sometime in the future on my channel. But let's just say I've been in several situations where there was upwards of 50 to 75 years on the table, and I didn't say anything. So I'm qualified to speak on this conversation. These guys, they're not even close to niggas in my neighborhood. Nobody in my neighborhood went there for a 2-hour conversation. Hell no. What? Come on, man. Let me go ahead and shout the chat out, man. Hey, I want y'all to do a roll call, man. What city y'all in, man? What city everybody in? Let's do a roll call real quick. Trevor S. said, I got popped when I was 16, and the cops arrested me for lying about what street I was shot on. And I have 2 bullets in my pocket, nothing else, and I got 1 year as a kid. Damn, for bullets? All right, let's do that roll call, man. We got Houston in the building. We got New Orleans in the building. We got Maryland in the building. Yeah. Detroit, Philly, OKC, NY. Redbone Star Goddess is from Philly. We got Philly in the building. Seattle, Alabama, Phoenix, London. We got Maine in the building. Maryland, Tennessee, I'm lush. North Carolina in the building. Ray Minnick, my man from Cumberland. What it do, homie? Somebody said that's not his porch. Okay. Doug from Tampa. We got Tech from Montreal. Philly's in this joint. Colorado. My man Pale One, the best, said, forget the street stuff. What about the delusions of becoming a rapper or professional sports, which are rampant in the black community? Hey, bro, that's a hell of a topic right there, bro. I want to say this to you, though. I want to say this to you, though. There is a major delusion, and I'm not going to say the delusion it is being in the industry or being a rapper. The delusion is what it takes to be a successful rapper. That's the delusion. We'll get back to that though. Shout out to Ohio, Texas, NYC, Montreal, LA, Stockton, NYC, London. Shout out to London, Tennessee, Hawaii. Yeah, we in here, man. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Um, yeah, that's a great topic though, homie. That's a great topic. No, I'm not a rapper, man. I'm a videographer. I'm a videographer. Child Love says, I'm an inmate at USP, Pollock, writing from my daughter's account. Way too many rappers in the feds. Hey, bro, you know, I did several videos on that. I did several videos on what's going on in our community, how a lot of our brothers are locked up, how a lot of our brothers are dead, and nobody wants to touch this topic. Nobody really wants to talk about it in depth. Crit said, "What's your favorite rapper? Top 5 favorite rappers." I'm a first the goat Tupac. Tupac Shakur. That's the goat. Um, I don't know, man. Nowadays, I'm gonna say like nowadays, I don't really know. I like Meek. I like Meek Mill. You dig? But other than that, Jay Z. Jay Z is definitely in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Pusha T. I ain't gonna front. Pusha T can't. I'm gonna go with the Clips. They grew on me throughout the years. This last project was amazing. Pusha T had an amazing project a couple years ago. You dig? Pale, Pale said, I'm saying becoming a rapper or a professional sports star is a pipe dream at its best. And yet many black children are lured into thinking they will make it big. That's true, brother. I tell my son is 10 years old. And I tell him all the time, bro, if you're not dedicating your craft, even at 10 years old, if you're not working around the clock, if you're not eating, sleeping, and breathing this bullshit, this sports stuff, then you're not going to the NFL. And even if you do, it's no guarantee you're going to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem in our community. A lot of our brothers and sisters, they're not eating, sleeping, and breathing their craft. A lot of niggas are getting high. They smoking weed. And that weed will put you under an illusion that you're gonna make it. That's the issue, man. Y'all ever felt hopeless, like when you wasn't high off weed? I don't smoke weed no more, but then you hit that weed and you're under this illusion that your life is gonna be a grand thing here soon in the future, one day. That's what be going on. I see it. Niggas will hit me when they high. I want to shoot a video. I want to shoot a video. The next day I hit them, they don't want to shoot a video. Because they not high no more. Big Enough said, I'm not a fan of Jay-Z. I think he's way overrated. Man, how old are you? Big Enough, how old are you? That's the first thing I got to ask you. I can see how somebody 20 to 30 would say he's overrated. You just had to be there, man. You just had to be there. The Locks, they dope. The Locks is dope. They not in my top 5 though. Now, as far as top 5 MCs, what they did, what the Locks did on Versus was epic. That Versus was amazing. You dig? BM said Eminem is GOAT and he's white. No, he's not. He's not our GOAT, sir. He might be your GOAT, and there's nothing wrong with that. He might be your GOAT, and we have no problem with him being your GOAT. You dig? But he's not our GOAT. You dig? Pac is my GOAT. See, when people say who's the GOAT, that's subjective. Who's better? That is who you prefer. You know what I'm saying? So most of us, we don't prefer Eminem. We never rock Eminem like that. We always saw from the sidelines. Oh, Eminem's number 1. Oh, okay, cool. We never put that shit on like that. Nah, Eminem is nice. I didn't say he wasn't nice. I'm just saying he's not a goat. I mean, what song can he put on? What song can I put on that I'm really fucking with, like that I can ride to? That nothing, nothing. I've never turned on an Eminem song. I've never turned on an Eminem song. What am I supposed to put on? That last shit he did. Like, come on, are you serious? The reason why I say Jay Z is the GOAT, y'all. Listen, one of the reasons why I say Jay Z is the GOAT is because he can drop an album today and we're gonna listen to it. And we're probably gonna like it. When he dropped 444 at 50 years old, you dig? Like, it was a masterpiece. And it was words to live by. He gave us so many quotables from 444. He gave us so much game on 444. Now take that. Now you take Eminem, who dropped the album. What did he give us? What did he give us? What did Eminem give us on his last album? What did he give us on his last album? Yeah, Sean Dean, Tupac is the GOAT, homie. I mean, come on, man. DJ Toy says Clip is not top 5. I just told y'all, Clips is not your top 5. That's fine. You can't tell me who was in my top 5. Graciousville says Eminem Stan, only song I listen to. Lil Wayne #2, even 50 better at the moment. Yeah, Stan is a cool song. Stan is a cool song. We're not taking away from Eminem's talent, man. I interviewed Benzino. If y'all go on my channel, I had Benzino on my show, and I interviewed him. And Eminem, Benzino broke it down. I know a lot of people don't like Benzino, but he broke down his situation with Eminem, and he did a very good job, man, at telling the world why Eminem is where he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's common sense. You come out with a white rapper, he's going to sell a gazillion records. You come out with a dope white rapper. It was a perfect recipe. Listen, he has skills, he's white, and he has the machine, the ultimate machine behind him. He can't lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. What? You know how many niggas in the hood rhyme like Eminem, rhyme better than Eminem, that's doper than Eminem? You know how many niggas, not even in the hood, just in general, are better than Eminem? Eminem had the perfect formula. Pythe says, bro, I have a song with Young Thug. Well, you better throw that shit away, boy. You better get your money back. You better try to sell it real quick. Hurry up and sell that shit, dog, because that shit ain't worth a fuck now. It ain't worth nothing. Young Thug need to pack it up. He might just pack himself up. He might just off himself, bro. That's a big fall from grace. Let me tell y'all, somebody needs to go check on Young Thug. Imagine, I want y'all to imagine, boom, you was the big guy in the industry, King Slime. You go down on RICO charges. Your whole life is up for grabs. You don't know if you're gonna see the outside again. You beat that. You come home a hero. You come home a solid gangster. You come home, you held your own, right? Then your artist is super huge. The guy the guy that rolled over on you, he's super huge. Next thing you know, audio leaks of you snitching. Somebody check on that man. That is a serious fall from grace, man. You dig? Pythe says, my favorite songs are NY State of Mind, Shook Ones, Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline, Ether Twins, Tonight. Yeah, just the classics. These are classics he's talking about. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jordan Rogers says, say it with your chest. Paul Smith said, Tupac 1, DMX 2, Nas 3. Y'all hit that like button for a player, man. Jesse Vaughn said, Eminem is the best rapper that has ever lived, period. Okay, Jesse. All right. Fam, I will never, I don't need to debate that. Maybe in your world, Eminem is the best rapper, but bro, I'm 44 years old. We had Eminem, we had Cannabis. Cannabis was our Eminem. Like, before Eminem came out, Cannabis was here. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, Eminem had great flow, great style. You know what I'm saying? But come on, man. Job Bless said Eminem stole his style from yeah. I mean, we had cannabis, bro. Like Eminem said he got some of his style from Master Ace, Redman, right? We already had. Come on, man. We ain't gotta go there. We ain't gotta go there. Flamed Out said I'm 44 too, and I remember when Cannabis got that ass ate by LL. Yeah, I want to I don't know if he got ate up. I know that second round knockout, I think it was third round knockout, first round knockout. That was hard. He had Mike Tyson on the track. You dig? That was a dope joint right there. But he flopped. Cannabis flopped. That's why I said Eminem has the. Now, if Cannabis was white, it'd be game over. Eminem had the formula. He had the skills, he was white, and he had the machine, Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. Cannabis had the skills, he's a brother, and he didn't have no major, he didn't have a Dr. Dre or Jimmy Iovine. That's why he flopped, you dig? Elroy said, I'm 41, and Cannabis definitely got destroyed by LL. Well, yeah, it's debatable, you know what I mean? I was feeling first round knockout a little more. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess because it was different, it was new, and they had Mike Tyson on there. Hurricane said, what did Thug do? Thug, he's been exposed as a cooperator. Thug has been exposed as a truth teller. He tells the truth in that interrogation room. Keith says, LL is mid as hell. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. Goat Worthy said, so where are all the other successful white rappers? It's been 30 years, still no one, not one. No, you're my man, Goat, how old are you? You don't remember Vanilla Ice? You don't remember Vanilla Ice, dog? Like, come on, man. Now, you're not looking at the formula. I just gave you the formula. I said it 3 simple steps. What other white rapper had Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre putting everything into that artist? They put the house on Eminem. Do you understand this? They put everything on Eminem. Do y'all know how the music industry works? The way the music industry works is, however much the label invests in you and invests in your marketing is how hot you're gonna be. People might not even like your ass, but if the label puts enough money behind you to put you everywhere, to give you omnipresence, to make it seem like you're the biggest thing ever, it doesn't matter. Eventually, you're gonna be the biggest thing ever. You understand? Y'all forgive me, I can't see some of these comments. The sun is in my face. The sun feel good today, man. Listen, y'all better get out and get some sun before winter come, man. I've been trying to get this sun as much as I can. Swag outside, Millie's out of Boston. Jada Kiss signed him, he's white. Yeah, dude is cool. Dude is cool. Trey Preston said, somebody said Slim Jesus. Trey Preston said, what's crazy is that around the time that this Thug interview happened, there was a lot of ATL rappers getting bagged. He stated, I'm willing to help in any way I can. Bro, that man said, I'm willing to help any way I can. He said, I made promises. He said, just don't tell the world. Jay Moretta said, I'm not hating, but I never considered Eminem real hip hop. I mean, it's hip hop. It's definitely hip hop. Some of the songs are not hip hop. It's pop. You understand? Now, this looks like a song for me. You know, everybody just fuck. What? That's that right there? What the fuck is that? Who's listening to that shit? Y'all was in the local bar jumping up and down to that shit. Not us. You didn't, come on, man. Like, who was putting that shit on in their car? Who? Hurricane said Gunna snitch. Yeah, he snitched. He cooperated. Gunna cooperated. And a lot of goofies are running around. A lot of people have no business even talking about the topic. running around talking about Gunna didn't tell. Like, man, if y'all don't go somewhere, I'm so tired of people saying that he didn't tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Trey Presser said, "Do you remember when ATL said there was a very popular artist in ATL that was saying he wanted to bring down crime in ATL?" Ooh. Jay Moretta said, "To me, it was clowning rap music." Yeah, that was like some Weird Al Yankovic stuff, man. Like who? I mean, who was really banging that shit like that? Elroy said, "I'll tell you who's listening. Over 200 million people." Yeah, sure, brother. I mean, listen. You will never see me lying on this channel. We keep it real on this channel. Listen, Eminem did major numbers, okay? Um, but it bypassed the black community. It wasn't for us. They know that. It's not. It wasn't marketed to us, okay? And it's not something we indulged in. The creators. It's not something the creators indulged in. We applauded it. We saluted it, but we didn't really listen to it. We are what matters at the end of the day, my brother. I'm sorry to tell you. As far as record sales, sure, everybody can buy a record. But when it comes down to these type of conversations, we are what matter. The creators, the originators, we're the ones, our opinions matter. We have the last say on this shit, man. It's just the way it is. Now, if we're talking about rock and roll, even though that started off as a black art form, if we talking about rock and roll or country, sure, I'll take your word for who's hot and who's credible and who really embodies that genre. But you can't come over here telling me what it is. You know what I'm saying? Elroy said he's the biggest artist in the world. No, he's not really the biggest artist in the world. The biggest rap artist in the world is Snoop Doggy Dogg and Drake. Eminem is not that. You know why? Because Eminem, he doesn't come out the house like that. You understand? Like, he's not huge. He's not that guy no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just not, bro. Like, let me tell you, the way the industry is set up now, you can't just do music. You got to do something else. And Eminem doesn't really do nothing else. And he doesn't have to, because he's filthy rich off of music. And I'm not mad at that. Yeah, Snoop. Add 9 rap. Snoop. Let me tell you why Snoop is the most famous. I'm not saying the biggest rapper for his rap, but I'm saying he's the most famous. Snoop is he just did something with Donald Trump. He hangs out with Martha Stewart. He has all kind of stuff going on. Snoop is a very busy man outside of music. That's why everybody knows him. All around the world, they know Snoop Dogg. And it's been like that from day one. You know what I'm saying? He has a distinct look, and he has a distinct look, and he has a distinct sound. Yeah, Jordan Rogers says all he's saying is he didn't make music for him. He admits it's nice. That ain't racist, bro. Yeah, people always gotta act like somebody. Come on, man. Wayne Hitchcock said, "F Eminem. Check out Rage Against the Machine." I rock with Rage. I rock with Rage. I don't really listen to their shit, but when I hear Rage song, I always have respect for Rage Against the Machine. They were before their time, man. You know what I'm saying? Samir said the most infamous in the world is Tupac. Yeah, everybody know who Tupac is. I was just speaking on artists that are alive. You know what I'm saying? AA said the Beastie Boys. Yeah, I used to rock with the Beastie Boys. You know what I'm saying? Like now that was, we could rock with the Beastie Boys. They had their early shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the Paul Revere album and shit like that. That was something we can listen to. But this Eminem stuff, I can't listen to that. Okay. AD9 said K Dot. Yeah, K Dot, he came through last year and spanked Drake. He put Drake in a body bag. You did. He fucked Drake's career up. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. Where is that song? What did I miss? That joint was hot for like a week. Yeah, what did I miss was hot for like a week. Now you only hear it on like Instagram and TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Brad Potter said, when you say that black people are responsible for hip hop, the ones you have an opinion that matters. That's not racist, bro. That's just a fact. That's a fact, okay? Don't I don't want to get into the racist stuff. Y'all know I do the racist dialogue. I talk about racism all the time over here. That's why I don't want to talk about it. I'd rather talk about something different today. You know what I'm saying? Elroy said, have you heard his new album? Whose new album? Whose new album? Elroy said Drake can't even write his own stuff. Yeah, Drake needs to be reprimanded. You know, we were talking about Young Thug and we talking about Gunna. We talking about all these artists that aren't being held accountable. Um, Drake is not being held accountable neither. You dig? And this is why the genre is in a bad place right now. It's in such a bad place right now. L said, you mean Drake came out with a new album and no one knows about it? Nah, it's not an album. He dropped a single. The Iceman album was supposed to drop. They had to push it back. They had to push the Iceman album back. It was supposed to be out this summer. I think they yeah, my nose is clogged. I think they gonna drop it in October. I think that Iceman joint coming in October. And I think that's gonna be some bullshit. I think people are tired of Drake, man. Shiesty said, keep sniffing. I don't sniff anything, sir. I said in the beginning of the video, man, I got a little cold or something. Oh, Eminem? Yeah, Eminem's last album. See, I got an alley-oop, right? I had Benzino on my show the week Eminem dropped his album. And that was such an alley-oop because Benzino spoke on Eminem. He spoke on his new record. And he prophesied it. He let us know, man, look, he's coming out with a new album this weekend. It's not going to do nothing. And it didn't do nothing, dog. Somebody name a song off that album without Googling. Dante said, Drake is cooked. It's over. He should try acting again. Man, listen. I started off thinking Drake was going to hold his own in that battle. Now when a Drake song comes on, I don't even want to hear the shit. It's annoying. And I love some Drake songs, but he fucked it up, bro. Like, he fucked the whole experience up just for being such a bitch-ass nigga. Mickey Evans says, Drake is still filling stadiums. We don't hate over here, man. We don't hate over here. That doesn't matter. I told y'all earlier, when it comes to these conversations, it all comes back to the originators. We have the say-so. And we say Drake he lost his card, man. He's a pop star. He's supposed to fill up stadiums. You dig? Careless Whisper says, who cares about Drake? You should be more concerned about the return of Jesus Christ and get right with God and seek salvation, the holy blood of Jesus Christ. Drake is not going to save you. Careless Whispers. First of all, peace and blessings to you. But don't come over here with that craziness, man. Because people been saying Jesus was coming back for hundreds of years. Okay? You can't scare me over here with the Jesus is coming back shit. All right? Now, when they said Jesus was coming back, when they said that in the Bible, they were talking about it in that time. He had already came back, dog. He already came back. Okay? So you live your life in fear, thinking somebody's coming back. Nobody's coming back to save you or harm you. You know, you understand? I'm gonna give you a dose of reality on this channel. Nobody's coming back to save you or harm you. You gotta save yourself and you gotta protect yourself out here. Come through here with that nonsense. I respect all religions, but when y'all bring that shit over here, we gonna get the truth popping. You understand? Jordan Rogers said, nah, he coming back with a sword and revelations. All right, man. Go ahead with your fairy tales, bro. Listen, I live in reality. I live in real life. It's about reality. That shit is old and that's old, bro. You know we're in the information age, right? Y'all know we're in the information age. You can go look up where the shit came from. You can go look up the date Christianity was started. You know that? Come on, man. Listen, it's a belief system, and I respect your belief system, but don't tell me I'm going to hell. Don't tell me somebody's coming to hurt me and harm me. You know what I'm saying? I tried to tell you, said, and that's facts. What I said, you don't read. When it comes back and you are scared to death and go left behind, you'll see we told you so. Well, I guess I'm gonna be left behind, man. You dig? Whole Stepper said, y'all know how many times that book been rewrote to fit today's narratives. Y'all so damn lost. You can't tell them nothing, bro. A lot of people just left my chat, and I don't give a damn. If you don't want to hear the truth, go ahead, click out. I don't give a damn. Look here, man. I want to wake people up. I don't want to put you to sleep. Let the pastor put you to sleep on Sunday. You understand? He'll put your ass to sleep. This is a real fucking world out here. And there's no time for fairy tales, dog. You understand? Nobody's coming to save your ass. You gotta save yourself. I believe in the Most High. You understand? I believe in the Most High. That means I don't know what made all this beauty out here. I don't know what put this together. I don't know. Anybody that tells you that they know who God is, run away from their ass. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. Skrilla said, I believe in Drake's switches. Six says, what Most High? I don't know, just the Most High. The Most High. Okay. Would you give me, would you want me to give you a name? Would that make you feel comfortable to say, I know who did all this? He talks to me. Would that make you feel better? He blesses me. He gives me things, but my neighbor house burnt down or the little girl in the house next door is being abused, but I get blessed. No. I'm not that arrogant, man. I don't know why the Most High does what he does. I don't know what he does. I just say thank you. That's it. But I do the footwork. The Most High does not do things, does not provide things in my life. I don't believe that. It's all a belief system. You dig? Yeah. Mr. Mojo said, let's get back to hip hop in the 80s and early 90s. Yeah. Skrilla said, I got kicked out of church, right, because of my age. Is that valid for me to stop believing? Man, I'm not going to tell nobody stop believing. Let me tell you this. Whatever gets you through your life, please, by all means, believe in that. But don't stay stagnant. See, a lot of religions, they want to keep you as a child. You understand? They want you to be childlike. At 80 years old, you're supposed to be childlike. You dig? I can't rock with that. Because the world is too aggressive to be out here childlike. You understand? Elroy said Nas or Jay-Z. I'm gonna go with Jay-Z, man. Even though Nas spanked him with that ether. That ether is a classic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say Jay-Z because he's had way more albums. He's had way more success. He had way more bops. He had way more content, way more songs in general. You know what I'm saying? Current said, calm down, wanna be Rampage Jackson. Spaz Dad said, childlike and childish are different. What's the difference? Tell me what's the difference. Trey Preston said, what do you feel about the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites? Shout out to the Hebrews, man. I don't get down with that. It's not my thing. I was a Hebrew Israelite for one day. And then they told me I can't deal with white women. I quit that shit. I'm gone. It's too radical for me, dog. I can't rock with it. Y'all good on y'all own, man. You know what I mean? They are a group. You know, most of those groups are groups of hate. I'm not a hateful person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a hateful person, so I can't rock with it. You dig? Yeah, man. I don't want to spend my life hating people. You dig? It's um, it's a difference between being hateful and being aware. I'm very aware. I'm very aware of how the world works and how white supremacy works. But I'm not hateful. You dig? Nah, I didn't tell them it to their face. I told them over the phone. I told them over the phone. Man, look, I'm walking one day and I see these dudes in these goddamn Power Ranger outfits. And it was hot. It was hot as hell. That it was so hot this day. And they had these big elaborate outfits on. And I was like, what the fuck is that? It was two of them. And they was going door to door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So I went and talked to them, and they gave me their little sales pitch. And I'm like, all right. And then I'm on the phone rapping with them, and then they were like, nah, that's not, it's too much, man. It's too much. Trey Preston said, I used to be an Israelite, and that's why I parted ways. Yeah, because they was hateful. Careless Whispers still talking that religious stuff, man. Listen, sweetheart, I don't know if you a man or a woman, but listen, we not talking about religion over here right now. You dig? And I don't want to be rude. DJ Toy says, ironically, one of his top five is a pastor, I think. Clips. Man, Malice is dope. What does that have to do with his belief? It has nothing to do with his belief system. That has nothing to do with his belief system, dog. His raps. Well, shit, in that case, you just contradicted yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anton Davis says, Careless Whispers is my jam. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Aunt Esther said, being hateful is a very dangerous emotion. It all falls into envious and jealousy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you contradict because if DJ Toys, if Malice, if his religion was working so well, why is he on the goddamn album talking worldly, talking about flipping bricks and things? Why? If he's been saved, right, and he's been delivered, why turn back to the worldly music? Pastor Troy, that was my guy. Trey Preston said, yeah, bro, I couldn't do it. My wife still wants to deal with it because her family is who introduced me to the truth, quote unquote. But when I read the word for myself, I just couldn't do it, man. Let me tell you, man, all of this stuff is a belief system. Islam is a belief system. Hebrew Israelites is a belief system. They believe that we're the Israelites. Some crazy shit. You got 5%ers. These niggas believe they God. Okay, and I like that. I like the confidence. I like the confidence, but the problem with it is you got a bunch of niggas in the corner when I ain't two nickels to rub in their pocket. They're saying that they God. Well, if you God, go get some. How come you can't get no damn money? How come you can't get no money? I got a good homie of mine. Was a good homie. I don't know where we stand, but he's a 5%er, and he doesn't like me because I'm in an interracial relationship. He kind of like cut me off. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, he has had domestic disputes with his black wife for years, and he's worried about what I'm doing. He's supposed to be God. He never put hands on his chick. That's not God-like. You dig? Becca says, my apologies. I am in the wrong live then, because I am with Careless Whispers. Not sure how this isn't a religious conversation. There shouldn't be any gray in this matter, black or white. See, Becca, sweetheart, listen, baby. You can't, listen, I would never go in your live or into your house or into your presence and tell you what you should be believing in. You understand? Yeah, you have a blessed day too. All right. Careless Whispers came in here talking about religion. We was having a nice, light-hearted conversation. Okay. We were having a nice, light-hearted conversation about Young Thug and snitching and Eminem and then somebody always has to crowbar their belief system in. And that's not cool. That's not cool, man. I would never run up on somebody and be like, I don't believe in that shit. I wouldn't do that. But when you bring it here, you're gonna get my reaction. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get my reaction. So yeah, y'all can see your way out, man. You know, the truth will make you run. See, the truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first. You dig? Yeah. Listen, most people, they would show me the proof, right? If it's so powerful, it's so real, show me the goddamn proof. Don't run. Don't get offended. Don't get offended. Somebody told me, hey, man, that ain't your house you sit in front of. All I got to do is just show them the proof. I ain't got to run away and get mad. I'm going to just disprove them. You dig? Some Elroy said Juice World, top 3 all time. Juice World is dope, man. Benjamin Judge said, do you hate white people? No, I don't hate white people. Winston Churchill said, God bless Trump and Great Britain. Rodney Coleman said, nigga, you still on live. Trey Preston, I appreciate you, homie. Yeah, listen, man, I'm on here at least. I try to get here every day after I do my gym and I do my editing for the day. I try to get on live and chop it up. I'm hoping to get my studio popping so where I can bring guests in and we can chop it up, let y'all chop it up on different topics and things, you know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to get that popping before it get cold out, because I ain't gonna be able to sit on the porch, you know what I'm saying? I already got the studio built in my basement. I had it built. I'm just waiting on a couple extra dollars to come in so I can get everything decorated and get the whole joint looking good, you know what I'm saying? Phil said, I can't call you an N. I'm Irish and white. What the hell does that mean? Becca said, understandable, sir. I agree. Nothing should be forced, and I love the truth. I ain't trying to be where I'm misunderstood because I love talking about the Bible. That's what's up, man. Becca, you just came in late. You don't understand that the whole live was just about something else, and then Careless Whisper came in talking about, you know, how I shouldn't be worried about this, that, and the third because Drake can't save me. Okay. See, so you gotta check your sister. You gotta check your Christian sister, man. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't Christian-like. You know what I'm saying? If you practicing Christianity, you're not just running up on people like, hey, why are you talking about the weather? The weather's not gonna save you. Like, that's why people don't deal with the religion stuff like that. People like Careless Whispers, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. People like her is why we don't deal with religion, because it just makes no sense. We can't talk about other things. Like, come on, cuz. Come on, man. Shiesty. I'm in Maryland. I'm in Maryland. I'm in the mountains of Maryland. I live in Mountain, Maryland, man. I'm not in no city. I'm in Mountain, Maryland. Careless Whispers still going. She said, God doesn't force anyone to come to him. It's your own free will. But even if you're not saved, you're still serving something and it's not God. Listen, I was a part of Christianity. I don't think I've been baptized, but I believed at one time. And I grew up. You understand? I grew up and I learned. I learned things. I went and I studied where the religion came from. You know what I'm saying? I studied how that religion, it helped enslave and it's still enslaving the minds of foundational black Americans. Your religion, okay? Your religion is responsible. It was a tool to enslave foundational black Americans. That's why you got people all across the world that are still locked up in here. They're not free. The slave masters knew what they were doing when they gave my family that religion, because that wasn't our religion. Since we want to get deep in here, y'all want to keep pressing the issue, right? Y'all want to keep pressing the issue. That was a psychological tool to imprison, to mentally imprison black Americans. You understand? So it ain't nothing you could tell me, Careless Whispers. You dig? Careless Whisper says, God is not about religion, it's about a relationship. Okay, all right. Hey, Careless Whispers, you have a good day, sweetheart. You have a good day. Igor said, I hate you so much it's unreal. Yeah, I know you do. I know you hate. I know you hate. It's okay, though. It's all right. Brianna Thompson said, do you not have mods? Nah, we let the trolls troll over here. Let them have fun, man. Listen. Some of these guys are lonely. Some of these people don't have no business. Listen, some of these men, some of these trolls, they are so unhappy that if trolling on my page gives them a little bit of happiness, knock yourself out, man. You're welcome. Justin B said, eat the meat and spit out the bones. Either truth is still relevant. Becca said it's a belief as this concert state. Yeah, it's a belief, man. I don't want to knock nobody's belief. I absolutely don't. I absolutely don't, man. Because I know we all need belief to get through life. You know what I'm saying? And the way I choose to get through life is to deal with reality. My spirituality is reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it gotta be real, man. It has to be practical. I can't believe in angels and none of that shit, dog. I can't do that. JR said, bruh, make sure you get good condenser mics for the studio. Nothing ruins a chop up more than a dead air space. Oh, damn, I got dead air space here. No, I got everything coming, bruh. I'm just waiting on a couple more dollars, man. We're gonna get great condenser mics. I got a lot of other stuff in place, but it's all gonna be official, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe, lock in, because we're gonna have some great conversations, and I want other people to join. You know what I'm saying? I let other people up every now and then. It's just not the vibe that I want right now. So I want to get everything 1,000% official. Yeah, it's sunny over here, man. No Deep said, hey man, are you agnostic or atheist? And if so, that's bad. I'm an agnostic, if anything. I would say I'm an agnostic. You know what I'm saying? Brianna Thompson said, true. It definitely is sometimes, but damn, have a life outside of being ignorant. Pat the Rick said, no negativity. Yeah, everybody, I see the racist trolls in here trying to get their little racist tropes off. Justin B said, I think you're lying at your age that God hasn't made himself known to you. And if not, that's your answer. Why y'all keep trying to goddamn force me? I know it's Sunday and all, right? I know it's Sunday, but y'all keep trying to get me on this. Come on, man. What we doing? This is not Christian-like. You should have enough peace and serenity in your life that you don't gotta try to force nothing on me. JR, shout out to you, homie. Cord said, can I ask you a question? I come out of love. Do you believe that Jesus was a real person? Oh, that's a great question. I believe that there was a dude named Jesus. I believe that there was a dude named Jesus out in Jerusalem. But I don't believe that all these miracles and shit. Come on, man. Like, I don't believe in Noah's Ark and putting all these animals, two of every animal on one boat. I don't believe that. Do you believe that? Do you believe that Jesus parted the sea? You believe that? It's impossible. Do you believe that a woman was made from a man's rib? Yeah, it's just, listen, I don't want to bash nobody's religion. I promise I don't. All I'm going to say is, do what works for you, okay? Do what works for you, man. Nick said, you believe in racism? No, I don't believe in racism. I can see racism. All right, that's something that's a fact. That's a real thing. I don't have to read a book to learn about racism. I deal with it damn near every day. You understand? Damn near every day I deal with racism. I've been dealing with it for 44 years. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like, again, whatever makes you happy, man, whatever gives you peace of mind, please, you use that. You do that. I've been thriving, you know what I'm saying, with my belief system. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have really a belief system. I have a know system. I don't want to believe. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what's going on out here in the world. Great Rise said, you're a privileged American. Fatty J said, get back to work. Jalen said, all the three biggest religions in the world, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, acknowledge Jesus Christ was a real human being. Even Buddhism is just Christians call him God. He was a real human. I believe that there was a dude named Jesus that they made this story about. I believe that. I believe that. But what y'all need to understand is, that book and that story was made for that region of the world. They didn't know nothing about America back then. They didn't know nothing about none of the other world back then. They were secluded and confined to a small little area when that literature was written. They didn't know about they didn't know about all this shit. You dig? The big one said, I'm currently incarcerated, my brother. How do I convince the mothers of my children to raise my kids the right way? God damn, that's a deep one, man. That's a deep one, bro. Because that's an issue. I talk about this all the time on here. Because I'm a videographer and I do a lot of events. So I see the mothers out. And I'm not knocking them. They want to get out and have a great time, cool. But I see what the mothers is out here doing. They out here fighting. They out here drinking, twerking. It's just nonsense, bro. Meanwhile, the kids is suffering. They lonely. They got things going on. They not being attended to. You know what I'm saying? Man, only thing I can tell you, bro, is just to, my man, how much time you got? The big one, how much time you got, bro? The only thing I would tell you, man, is to get your shit together so when you get out, you can have you can have a firm grip on your situation just in case you need to take custody. All you can do is live by example, bro. That's it. The Great Rise said, you are very lost. I'll be lost, bro. I'll be lost. Listen. How am I lost, man? When I've been winning out here. I've been winning, bro. I've been winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made my own heaven on earth. You understand? Like, I told myself, I want to have heaven on earth. You understand? And I made that. I did that. And I live that every day. I wake up and I do what I want to do. You understand? I take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? I make dinner for my family every day. You know what I'm saying? I provide for the family. You understand? So you can't tell me that I'm lost, homie. Cord said, sorry for all the hatred you're getting. I'm trying to give you seeds of thought on Jesus and the hate people. You would never, ever, let me tell you, nobody will ever turn me into a Christian again. That's just a fact. But I appreciate the sentiments, you know what I'm saying? Great Ride said, you're lost for sure. Gloria, shout to Gloria. Word salad or professional victim talk. I don't know what happened over here. I don't know how I'm talking like a victim when I just said I'm winning. I just told you I'm winning, bro. The quiet one said Trump had heaven on earth, but now he's talking about being worried that he won't get into heaven. See, that's if you believe in heaven. That's if you see, the thing about heaven is you have to believe in it. And the thing about heaven is nobody wants to die. Everybody talks that heaven stuff. Y'all don't want to die. You don't want to die, do you? The quiet one. If the plane goes down today, you gonna be like, God, no. No, what do you mean no? He's trying to bring you to him. What do you mean no? You should be happy. Okay? Don't nobody want to die, dog. So yeah, if heaven's such a great place, why is everybody scared of death? JR said they just fans, brother. Even if they hating, they still here listening to your content. Yeah, I did not want to go in this direction. A lot of the times we be on this stream, it just gets turned in a different direction. But one thing we do over here, man, is we just keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to bash nobody or nothing. The quiet one said Charlie Sheen used to tagline winning too. Now he's HIV plus. What's the pastor's name? What's the pastor's name that was touching them boys down in Atlanta? What's the pastor's name that was? That's how he went out. He went out with HIV. They told you it was cancer, but we know it was HIV. Somebody tell me the pastor's name, the preacher's name, the nigga that was up front taking all y'all money. So what are you saying? You're not saying nothing. You're not saying nothing. What's Eddie Long? Eddie Long. See, so thank you, brother. Don't get me started on this, man. I'm trying to. I don't want. I ain't even winning my bag yet when it comes to this religious stuff. Y'all don't want to have this conversation. I've been very good at respecting people's religion. Y'all don't want to go here because it's just too much evidence to show that it's bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Everybody, a lot of people have woken up to this by now. It's still people. You know, I don't want to be disrespectful because there's still people I love that still love Christ. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, everybody putting Eddie Long in here. She thought she was eating with that Charlie Sheen shit. Like, who cares about Charlie Sheen? What does that mean? Trey Preston said, you see the pastor that just got indicted for money laundering over 50 million? Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. Come on. Core says, okay, if you don't want to have the convo, I'm not going to force it on you. And at 250 characters, it's very hard for me to explain things. Yeah, I wish I can bring you up, bro. I must have missed your comment. Boru says, how's the weather from Ireland? God bless. The weather is great. I love it. I'm sweating. Sun is right on my face. I love it. Aunt Esther said, means nothing. Mo said, no, he didn't. No, he didn't what? No, who didn't? Eddie Long didn't pass from HIV? You don't know that, and I don't know that. One thing we do know, for sure, he was having sexual relations with young black boys and whoever else. We know that. And then shortly after, he withered away. That's one thing we do know. You dig? Trey Preston said, yes, the F he did. You dig? But you know the crazy part about that is, let me tell you how damaging that religion is. Even after they found out Eddie Long was molesting kids, they still went back to his church. They still went back to his church. That is the sickness. Okay, this is why I be calling this shit out sometimes. They went right back to his church and put money in that plate and listened to him preach. And they forgave him. You dig? The quiet one says, my point is, all these people have fame and fortune. But at the end of the day, what does that matter? Look at Diddy. Well, you didn't, hey, sweetheart, baby girl, you didn't hear me say nothing about fame and fortune. What did you hear me say? I said, I feed my family every day. I feed my kids. I spend time with my kids. These are the things that are important to me. I didn't say nothing about fortune and fame. I am happy being comfortable, being able to go buy a bag of charcoal and grill out every day if I want to. I can go to the gym, get me a little energy drink. You dig? Take my kids on vacation. These are the things that matter the most to me. See, you kind of jump the gun and start assuming. You dig? I'm not talking about none of that. You dig? Yeah, hey, Sharon C. Sharon C said, being connected to your family is heaven on earth. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. And this is what I'm living, man. And I know every day is not going to be great, but for the most part, man, I've created a lifestyle and a life that I feel that's heavenly to me. This is what I dreamed of. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about no fortune and fame, bro. Trust me, I'm around some of the biggest artists. You dig? I done been around the biggest artists. I don't care nothing about none of that shit. You understand? I don't care nothing about none of that. Uh, I just want to be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Pay the mortgage, pay the car note. You dig? Cord said, that's the mistake you're making. I say that with love. You are equating the faults of man and putting that on Jesus. He will have to face judgment the way we all have to. Bruh, see, this is what I mean. Y'all trying to come ahead and scare me and say, I'm gonna have to, nah, bruh, I done faced judgment. I done been through hell, okay? I've been through my own personal hell, and I've came out on the other side. Now, let me ask you this. If I decide to be a Muslim, right, but I still go to the same heaven that you're going to, answer that question, please. For the millions of Muslims out here, are they going to hell? Can I ask y'all, can you answer that? Oh, okay, you talking about the preacher. All right, okay. Wisdom said, religion is not for you. Just forget it. But don't insult something which you know nothing. I know something. I know something. Okay, I'm not trying to insult. But people coming on here sideways. You know what I'm saying? They coming on here real sideways. But I know about religion, man. Okay? And I know about King James. And we know who King James is, right? We know who King James is. We know about the curse of the Bible. We know that the Bible cursed Africans, right? And tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me that in the Bible it doesn't say that God cursed Africans. So this whole narrative that us black people are cursed, that's why we had to go into 400 years of slavery. It's black people that will tell you we had to go through slavery because we weren't obedient, because God cursed us. They'll walk around and believe that shit. And that's the mind state that they're in. If you can believe that, if you can run around believing that, then you're in the position to be a slave again. You understand? Careless Whisper says, Goss is not religion. You mean God. God is not religion. Listen, I told you, I'm a believer in the Most High. I don't know why y'all still going on and on about this. I told y'all, I believe in the Most High. Now, I don't believe that God is big enough to fit in a book. You can't put the Most High's life in a book. You just can't do it, man. The Most High is too awesome. JMM said, why did black people beat, round up, and sell them on the Doxino? I don't know what that means. Why did black people beat, round? I don't know what this. I don't know what you're saying. My man said RP Pimp C. It's his birthday. Oh, shout out to Pimp C, man. That was my guy. That was my guy. Never Again said, why does everyone think Jesus is coming back? That's because of what they believe, man. I'm not mad at their beliefs. Just don't drag me into it. James Arnold, what it do, my brother? Elroy said, paganism was our overall religion. The Catholic Church has spent the last thousands of years trying to erase paganism and other religions that compete. Never Again said he already came back. Yeah, I told her earlier, he already came back. Marquita said, God bless you, brother. Don't lose faith. Is most important to me. Shout out to you, Marquita. Terry Fuller, shout out to London, England. Well, listen here, man. I gotta work tonight, man. Late night. I gotta head to West Virginia. I gotta film for an event. Blueface, Baby Mother, Alexis, and who else? Lemuel Plummer from the Zeus Network, and who else? I forgot the other people that's on the ticket. But it's gonna be a long night for me, man. So I gotta get out of here. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. I appreciate y'all. God bless all my Christians on here. God bless all my Muslims and everybody else. Shout out to y'all, man. You dig? We up out of here. Peace.